this next problem, we've got two chicken coops next to each other, and this is a fence going through the middle of it, probably to keep the chickens apart. And all three of these heights are x, and all three of these widths are y. So I'm going to mark up my picture here. And we want to maximize the area. And whenever we have a maximizing type of word problem, we always write an equation first for what we're trying to maximize. So the maximum area is going to equal x times y to maximize an individual coop, because x times y is a single coop. But we also know that the perimeter, or the amount of fencing we have, is 120 feet. That's where we have our 3x's plus our 4y's, 3x plus 4y, adding up to 120 feet. So we have to use these two equations together. I'm going to solve this second equation here for y. We will have 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 120. And dividing through by 4, we will have negative 3/4 x plus 30. This secondary equation always gets substituted into the equation we're trying to max or minimize. So in this case, the y will get substituted into our area formula, and our area formula will now be x times, and instead of y, we will have our negative 3/4 x plus 30. I'm going to do some distribution here. Area will equal negative 3/4 x squared plus 30x. And now I have a parabolic or a quadratic equation opening downward, which will have a maximum, and we're trying to maximize this equation. We just need to find that vertex. So I'm going to do this by completing the square. I need to begin by factoring out this negative 3/4 x squared. This will become a minus 40x. Leave a blank, close parentheses there. This minus 40 is going to cut in half to minus 20. That will square to plus 400. Now that's not really a 400 I added into the blank. It's really negative 3/4 times that. That's really a negative 300 in that blank. So we have to add 300 to balance the equation off. Whatever sign you have out front, in this case it's negative, will be opposite of this sign right there. So look at where I've got those two little stars. Those two will always be opposite in sign. Now what does this tell us without finishing off the equation? When we get our x minus 20 squared plus 300, I guess I just did finish it off the equation, we're going to have a vertex of 20, 300. What dimensions should x be? Well, x should equal 20. And when you take that 20 and substitute it into one of these equations, negative 3/4 times 20 is negative 15, plus 30 is 15, so y should equal 15. So 20 feet by 15 feet is the answer there for this part. And then what is the maximum area? This was x comma area, and so our answer here will be 300 square feet.